Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to redefine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Happy Thursday. What is going on? I am a Grimskull, the super awesome pixel pushing samurai. David Foster, Redacted, Overland Geeks, myself. I've done a few things for Mr. Joseph Clough and Hans, two people who happen to be in the chat. What's up? Hello, Hans. Hello, Joseph. Hope you guys are having a good evening. It is almost the end of the week. Spotcha in the house. How's it going? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday. The week is flying by. I don't know about you guys, but it's flying by. Just shoot. Gone. Got my old man glasses on. Gotta take those off. It's flying by so fast, I don't even think I changed shirts. I think this is what I was wearing yesterday. Hey! Hey! There's a new name. Right there. It's a new name. Thursday, day of Thor. It's a new name, and I'm back up to 172. I went from 172 down to 171. Now I'm back up to, not that I'm keeping track much. The new name. What is that name? I can't tell what that name is. Atio Quamena. I can't tell. I will butcher it if I go any farther. I am going to work on a CTA for the David Foster Unapologetic. If you haven't been keeping up, we've got some new branding going on for David Foster, or it's Unapologetic. geared towards the commentary and the political. So may not be your cup of tea, but that's okay. He's still going to be doing the tech stuff and overlanding. So I do want to say, folks, if you need some mental medicine, I got just the guy for you. Please go sure to check out Mr. Joseph Clough's YouTube channel. If you want some words of encouragement and someone that can help you to remove those unconscious obstacles that are in your way of being successful, of achieving those things, he will help you reach out and take them. I'm certainly more confident in what I do because I watch Joseph's channel. He also has a 24-hour channel where, you know, if you can't watch his regular live shows, go to Twitch. And I believe on YouTube, yes, you can catch 24-hour streams of his material. Free. Doesn't cost anything. He also has an app. Which with lots of hypnosis sessions that can help you with anything from, you know, sleeping to anxiety, back pain, you know. And so I encourage you to go subscribe. Like I said, we're going to work on some Photoshop stuff, and here, let's look. It is really impressive, and you can thank Kevin Michael Reed for assisting Joseph with getting his channel to do the 24-hour thing, as well as great other moral support. Part of the team there, part of the team. Oh, yeah, I know. Drinking energy drink, and I should be going to bed. So it's kind of a comic book thing going on. I think we got this nice little comment thing working the other day. Is it down for a while? I'm sorry then. I should not have promoted it. What a jackass. I just don't know when to shut up. Okay, so I'm prepping this graphic here We got Dave with a kind of comic look. Let's see, where was that? All right. I need to fix some clipping. I have a couple of clipping masks that we're using here that oops, I don't want to do it that way. We just want to subtract some of these points. I want the pen tool. Give me the pen tool, thank you. All right. Kind of want to move Dave down a bit. There we go. Just a bit. Let's kind of focus in here and make sure we got to see it's got a little bit of a part of the arm there. Just kind of. There we go. I sort of don't want to drop shadow there with Comic Dave there. I kind of want that will it work down here? I don't know that it'll work down there either. Wait, yes it. That is fucking, I mean, damn awesome. Okay. That works exactly how I want it to. Sort of. Pen. Why won't you give me the pen? Oh, I see what it's doing. Can I go all the way to the other side with that? Wait, there, it's gone. There, that's better. That's good. Yeah, that works. That works. That works. I love that. All right. I want this bar down here. Now my nose is going to run the rest of the damn which kind of sucks. All right. Get rid of that. There is something we definitely need, which is this. I want it to say something else. So this is Smart Object, and I'm opening up an Illustrator so I can change the text. And let's say, okay, we want it to say, bam! Save it. Go back to Photoshop. There we go. Then I'm going to take this and I am going to right click, hold my Alt key and left mouse button, and it's going to create this merged object, which I'm then going to take and bring it back over here. Now I've got this BAM graphic that I want to use. I'm actually going to also create a smart object out of that. And then boom. And then bam, because David's going bam. Wait, that's like Emerald Lagasse, isn't it? Well, I'm sorry, my nose, it'll stop here in a few. I'm going to stretch this down just, oops, I don't want to stretch like that. I want to just create it a little bigger. Because the idea is, what is the idea? Sorry, might have to blow my nose here in a minute. I want to save this. I am then going to open up another Photoshop file because I've got all the basic components that I want in here, but I need to flatten it. And I want to leave everything editable in my main unapologetic overlay artboards. So I am going to file new, select 1920 by 1080. What I could do is go back over to my overlay here and just click with the move tool on this on the artboard, the lower third artboard, and then I'm going to drag it up to this untitled one and then drop it. And it's basically just going to make a copy of this artboard in this new composition. I do not want that layer. I want it to be transparent. So what we got to do, first things first, is go down to the background layers. I am going to just, hide everything except that background layer or the background. Get rid of what I don't need in here. The POW, I'm going to get rid of that POW because I don't need the winner. I don't need the winner. What is this? I don't need that logo. I don't need that text. We have Comic Dave. There's Comic Dave. I do want that. I have this text box right here that I do want, and the BAM. Those are the elements I want. But I need to flatten some of this stuff. So I'm going to right click on this bottom folder and merge group. That's now a merged group. It's uneditable, or I can't go back and edit it anymore, but that's why I've got that other copy. Let me file save as. And we're going to call this DFU CTA underscore flat. Comic Dave. Again, I'm going to merge that group. So now Comic Dave is just flat. And the text box right here, we're going to flatten that one. Going to merge group. And then the same thing with our last element, our BAM. That right now is a smart object, so we want to rasterize that. So we rasterize it. I'm going to name that the BAM. I'm going to name the text box Comic Dave, and then background. Now, one thing we can do also is go ahead and put our text in here, because when you pull in Photoshops into the GT title designer, it keeps that text editable. And we're just going to put in like some text that says call to action. And I want to justify that to the left. Drag that back over. Now, let's make sure we can see it. So I'm just going to add a stroke and a drop shadow, which that drop shadow is not the kind of drop shadow I want. I want it to be a solid drop shadow. Something like that. There we go. And the call that the actually what we're going to do here is like this is going to be a URL of some sort. So I'm going to size it up a bit. That's too big, but I don't know that we're going to keep it this font. But, you know, we could say youtube.com/grimskull. You know, that's because that's where everybody needs to be going to. And this text is just for placement, but we may change this font for readability, for legibility. Everything else I like. It looks good. Although, yeah, everything else is good. I'm not sure if I like the red. I'm going to leave it for now. We can go back and change it later. What I'd like to do is background comes up, Dave comes up, bam, and then the call to action shoots out, then the URL reveals. That would be kind of cool looking. What is some other text? I think I've got some other. What is that one? That is Passion 1. I think Passion 1 will work. Antique, that's too big. Abrade might work. Let's go with Passion 1. It's a bit condensed so that, you know, you can have a larger point size without it, you know, with a longer URL or message if need be. Passion 1 Yeah, let's just go with regular. Boom, David Foster in the house. Just got the road cut. Oh, cool. Oh, meh. All right. Well, as Seinfeld says, what a shame. Now, the one thing that when you're doing Photoshop files for that when you want to import Photoshop files into the GT title designer, yeah, you can't use artboards, and this is still an artboard. So we're going to go up and click the little hamburger menu there, and where was that? Okay, ungroup artboards. If you click on the artboard layer, then go to ungroup artboards. Boom. Now it's everything. It's not an artboard anymore. It's just a straight PSD file. I want to slide that over, but okay. Oh, it's going to look even better when I get done with it. Your tattoo's on the wrong arm, though. That's why I need some poses. It didn't have to be today or tomorrow. I'm just saying I need some. We'll get around to it. I'm not a slave driver. David, get me that shit like yesterday. I'll go through the multitude of other ones that I have. Dig out a few. All right. So we're going to save that. I really need to get GT. Is there a way? I wonder if there's a way to install GT Title Designer by itself. If only there were people in here that knew vMix. Well, it's a good thing you didn't call them engines. And look, we're speaking historically here. I mean, I'm sure, the tribes would probably prefer to be called by their nation's name. Anyway, let's get back on topic. I'll be happy to be on a guest. I will be happy to be on be a guest on David Foster Apologetic. Where we could discuss this. Where we could discuss this at great length. Unredacted. Yeah. Unretracted. Unretracted. I am looking at, let's see, can I, let's see. I'll figure it out sometime. Piss me off. I go scalping in WW2 on you. What? I'm Native American and German. Oh, okay. I somewhere along the lines, I probably got a bit of that, but I don't take advantage of it. Must have held what one? Did it? It came up for me, or did you did you show that one? You had to show that one. It was hidden. Really? Weird. Weird. All right. So I've got everything kind of saved how I want it. I'm going to open up GT Title Designer. We'll switch over there and bring it in. So I'm going to go to File. Oh, ticket scalping? Oh, gotcha. Import PSD. Let me browse over to we have DFU CTA flat. Okay, what I see that it might be my layer styles. So let's take my layer styles off. Clear layer styles. There we go. Looks really plain, but and I got to make sure that nothing is a smart object. Could be the text. That might have been the problem I was having yesterday too. Yes, a lot of times when I'm working, when I build these, I'm using smart objects. I'm using layer styles, just masks, all kinds of stuff to create the artwork. But in order to get it into other programs to use that don't recognize, like, you know, smart objects or a lot of the you know, the layer styles, you know, drop shadows and stuff like that in the native format. So, and to make the file size smaller, I go in and I flatten layers down to their basic, you know, components. So, you know, our Photoshop document here just has this BAM, you know, 4 basic components, whereas the actual one that I was working on, I mean, there is all kinds of goodies going on in that file here that you can see there on the right. It's basically like what Sean will understand. You're baking it in. You're baking elements in. It's like when you're creating, you know, whether that be After Effects or 3D programs, where you will render certain parts of it and then pull it back in. That way, it's less, you know, less effects or anything that the program needs to render, and saves resources and can make renders go faster. Same thing here. That's a long explanation, I know. Oh yeah. Again, I'm sitting down, you never know. It's hot. It's been hot here. So hot, I walked out the garage and there was a rabbit just laying there in the grass. Just laying there. He's like, I'm not moving, dude. All right, so we got our merge group is, I flatten layers, merge groups, all that kind of stuff, yeah. rasterize, that sort of stuff. Ba-dum-bow. Nice. Good. I wish they had blur, if you know, what do you call it? A motion blur. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Comic Dave. I'm creating a mask. Oh, can we not? I guess I cannot use shapes. That's okay. I'm going to go to Photoshop. Real quick. File new. 1,000 by 1,000. Create. Let's fill that with green. I'll export this out as a JPEG. That's weird that it will not. It may. I don't know. If Kevin were here, he could answer the question, but he is not. I'm going to say this is a square image mask. All right. Hey, what's up, Joe? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope everything's going well with you, sir. Where did I save that? Your Imperial Majesty. All right, that's where I thought I saved it. Everything is doing well, sir. I appreciate you asking. It is almost the weekend, so you know. This should work. I'm creating a call to action for David Foster's new channel. Again, I'm going to call this Comic David Mask. There it is. Comic David Mask. And I think I hide it. That did not work. Well, thank you. That actually works. But why? Let me look at something. Excuse me. It does what I want it to, but oh, okay, never mind. I've got it. I see. I see. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Works perfect. So what we did there was I want Comic David there to come up, you know, not from the bottom of the screen, but from within the comic panel. So we use a mask for that. So I might try something else too. Let's see. I want to do this again because I think this should work. I don't know why I couldn't do it before, but let's try that. I'm going to take that rectangle. All right. Nope. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. All right. So I don't need to. Oh, I just need the rectangle to. There we go. So if I get rid of Comic Dave there. All right. Good. I did not need to create the JPEG. I'm going to delete that and then rename this to comic. I didn't think I had to do that. Come on. Comic David mask. All right. So that works as intended. Very cool. The next thing we need to do is have our BAM. Go to our animations. I want it to rotate. Delay of about 0.4. A duration of about 0.3. And then we're going to set it to the cube easing in and easing out. But we are from the center. I can't even pronounce that word. Onomatopoeia. Did I do it? Are we playing the word game? There's a word game that certain other streamers play that, you know, when you're on stream and you have a chat open that nobody else can see, they throw out words that the streamer has to incorporate. I shouldn't be saying this. This is giving away trade secrets. All right, so I want this to rotate, but we can also add by pressing the 2 and then going to the zoom. And I'm going to say 0.4. Yeah, it's for silly people to play. I would never do it. It's, you know, 0.3. Okay. So the effect we want to go here is our panel slides in, Comic David shoots up, and then bam, the BAM spins and scales up. And boom, that is perfect. That is freaking perfect. And David, if that isn't getting you aroused, I don't know what is. I mean, if that, you know, if it It is. This is not for children. This is not for children's stream. It's marked that way, folks. And sorry, but we sort of do a lot of innuendo here. Just letting you know. Don't forget to tip your waitress or waiter. What do they call them? Did they call them waiters and waitresses still? All right. So the next thing we need is this thing to shoot out. I think we're good. Yeah. I think we'll leave it there. Servers. We're going to give this a delay of like, let's try. I like the fly. Let's do the fly. Servers, yes. 0.5 and also 0.3. It is, nothing beats After Effects for me, though. Nothing beats After Effects. I mean, if I wanted this thing to really, really pop, I would do the whole animation in After Effects, export it as an image sequence. But the one advantage of doing all the animation within GT Title Designer is that you can coordinate it better with your text. At least for me. We need to mask that. So let's go ahead and create I think I can duplicate. I'm going to copy and paste. And then we're going to call this the text box mask. And the reason I want to use these, the shapes in here is that I can then scale them. So I can click on the text box. Let's save this. We're going to do a file save as real quick. Because what should we do, folks? What is a big rule here? $20 points to the person who gets it right on the fastest that you can spend on anything in the gift shop. 20 points. No one? Come on. It's one of my big rules. You asked for a Grimskull shirt. Well, I was like, I need to save this. And I was saying, what is the one big rule? One of my big rules. Why is Dave? Oh. Always be saving. I got to make a little pop-up for that, too. GeekSkullOutfitters.com. GeekSkullOutfitters.com. You, too, could buy a hat, buy a shirt, support the channel at the same time. Okay. I think I did not want to. Oh, okay. We needed to be on 1 and then do that. And that was 0.5, 0.3. Do a quick save. All right. So we need to make sure we'll go to effects. I would have to look. Give me a moment. That is on point right there. That whole animation right there, on point. Works perfectly. Mwah. To XL. If you don't like your black color, your darker colors like black or you can also get one in pink. Or they call it Prism Lilac. Are those links showing up? They should be. All right. So now we need to add our text. Will fit like a halter. What's a halter? Why did it hold that comment for? I have no idea, Your Majesty, why it held that comment for review. You are such a man and damn proud of it. All right, we're going to add our text. So we want a text box right here. And this is, come on, you guys. We'll lock all those down. That way, there are, yeah. Nope, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. That is physically and mentally impossible for me. Anybody else wants to be non-binary? I am perfectly fine with that. I say, you do you, I'll do me. But isn't that kind of how the non-binary? Never mind. Bangers. I loved Grease, believe it or not. Believe it or not. One of my favorite movies. Great album. Yes, they did. So we want this to be white, and then we want it to have a 2. There we go. Hated Grease. That's okay. They really need to add more font control to these. I'm gonna have to send David the font that I'm gonna use here, but this is the call to CTA text. I'm going to copy and then paste that. And this is the CTA message. We'll say that. CTA message. Well, no, I not necessarily approval, just the font is for legibility that we want to use down here, not necessarily this this comic font. You know, we wanted people to be able to read it clearly. And the one I chose was, but still kind of retain a kind of a comic book look, right? Nice. Wow. There's a font in here called Okinawa. I did not even know that. I did not know that. Right. So we're going to use this one called Passion 1. So that is more, that's a cleaner lines. No worries. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a Windows one. It's got to be one that I have in my system or my font base. Let's see. Oops. D. These are not the font. Yeah, okay. It's not in my O folder, so it's got to be a font that's in one of these, one of the font packs I bought. Well, the font that's there on screen now, that is Passion 1. That's not Okinawa. That is not the Okinawa font. This one, though, is that one. It's kind of hard to read because I've got the stroke on it. But that's the Okinawa font. Okinawa, incidentally, where I was born. I hate that you cannot type in the box. Okay, got it. Then we're on the same page. That too. All right. I think that's got it. Well, now we need to animate it, right? All right, so the CTA text, I want to reveal a delay of 0.6, 0.3, from the left, I think I want to use the same animation on the chat message. I'll expect a full review on the work stream tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it. So we're going to go 0.5, 0.3, I don't know about you guys. I like that. I like the way that turned out. This is exactly the idea. This is exactly the idea that I had, that I hadn't got around to executing. It's the same idea I want to do for my shout outs. Though I was going to do like a half screen, sort of like I do with my, to-do list. I want to do that with my shout outs. Have cutouts of people. Just a good example is like for Dr. Energy. You know, when I do a shout out, that the panel slides out with Dr. Energy and Rah, and has their, their URL and stuff up in text, and it animates out sort of like that. So we're just going to do the animation in, because David he can fade it off if he wants, but if he wants me to create an outro animation for it, we could do that at some other time. But basically, we're good. So what I want to do now is save it, go into vMix, go into my titles, and Joe, I don't know if you saw. What's up, Michelle? I probably could, yeah. I don't know if you saw the other day, Joe, if you saw the comments for the David Foster. Let me turn on some things here, because I did not start vMix social. So that right there is the comments for David Foster unapologetic. So let's now, I'm going to add this new, the new title in. How's that look? I think this turned out really well. There's something I need to switch around in the layer. Okay. So we've got this call to action. One thing we can, a couple of things we could do to kind of supercharge it, right? With Cartoon David there, we can add other images, not just that, that one, just give a kind of a, like a library of David poses that you can turn on and turn off to give variety, right? So we could build those switches into the title so that David could go in and, like, maybe this one he's holding his hand up. You could do another one where he's going, or something like that, and we could build that into the title so that he just goes in and turns, the new one on and the old one off before he uses it, and then it, we could, with the BAM, we could set up a sequence of or a list of images, not a list, but a variety of, like, not BAM, but like if he's given a YouTube URL, the YouTube symbol comes up, just like with vMix Social, right? If he's given his Twitter, the Twitter symbol goes BAM, does the BAM or whatever. So those are two things we can do to kind of, supercharge this. We could also create the different colored backgrounds in the bar, right? We could create a green one. We could create a blue one. Same thing with the text, and build that all into the one CTA where David could go in and say, I'm going to, I want this background for these, URLs or whatever, and just provide a very versatile, a versatile CTA. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. I probably should have taken that down before I changed it. Oh yeah, those are coming. I've got a handful of stingers in the works. Oh, thanks, David. I appreciate it. Well, you can also link this to like a Google Doc or a data source. There we go. But this is where I have to meet redacted, put me to sleep today. I guess this is where have to meet redacted, put me to sleep today. So one of the things we could do in here, I'm trying to think of, because I did it the other day and I have to think of how. There's a way to set images to be clickable, is what I'm trying to say. Not clickable, but was it data? Yes. Show visible toggle. That's what we want. So I'm going to set the background to show visible toggle. I'm going to file. I'm going to save. I'm going to reload that. Now, when I pull this up in the title editor, oh, it didn't do it. What? I may have to reload it. Oh, okay. There, I see what you. I guess this is where we have to meet. Redact and put you to sleep today. God, I see. Yeah. There is something you can't see it because I'm holding it. Show visible toggle. File, save. I'm going to close what I got in there, and then I'm going to input it. I'm going to re-import it. Okay, it's not showing up. Did I do it on the right one? File, save. Reload. Toggle editor. There we go. Somewhere you're supposed to be able to toggle it. I'm gonna have to go back and look for how that was done. I could show here. Let me show you an example of it. Here's a good example of it. Title editor. So this is she had a previous engagement. It was a book club meeting. As you see, here's my to-do list, right? So my to-do list, I have items that are toggleable. Let me pull that open. I'm going to save this file, open. Oops. File, where'd it go? Okay, file, open. Probably, I would not doubt it. So here's my to-do list. Those are that's my items. So I've got these check marks. And they're set to show visible toggle. So that should work. No. So if I go to my background, show visible toggle. If I turn it off, let's turn it off. Say file, save, reload. pull up my title editor. There's no eyeball. Why is there no eyeball? Let's try something. Let's copy. Let's paste. Turn it on. Can I flip this? I think I can. There we go. Maybe one has to be marked hidden. It's not really a data source. I'll have to go back and look at the tutorial on how to do that. I know it was really simple to do, but I know we can do it. And so that's one of the things I want to do now that I'm thinking with this is create some colored backgrounds, create, you know, the icon, BAM icons for everything. But let's go ahead and save and just make sure, right, that we are all good to go. I really do. I like the way that turned out. That was kind of cool. That was a cool project to do, and it turned out exactly how it is in my head. Although that seems to be flipped. Oh, there we go. That's right. There we go. We're good. There we go. That's better. Cool. Cool beans. It is 9:40. I did not squirrel as much today. I'm kind of proud of myself. Well, you'll just have to watch the replay. Oh. Everybody else was pretty impressed. Oh, that's all I got to say. No, I've done this in vMix. I did it in vMix, and so they won't work with Ecamm. I don't want to show them. All right, just a moment. I'm not done with it. I am not done with it because now that I've got the mechanics built, there are a couple of things I want to add. What, for like 1 minute? You've been watching for 1 minute. Hey, look, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, can you install GT Title Designer by itself on another machine? Cool, because I want to do that. I want to install the GT Title Designer on my other machine, because right now it's on my streaming machine. Two things I want to do, David, with this is I just have to go and figure out how I did it before. I want to make it build in some variety with the Cartoon Dave. I want to use a variety of poses to where you can go in to the editor, the title, or tie it into with the data source, with the Google data source, have images that you can select which one you want to use. So like if you're going, or any funny face, whatever poses, do about 5 or 6 poses that you can select to use. Also, the background color, it's red. I want to make that so you can choose between 3 to 4 colors of the bottom comic panel as well as the text box the yellow text box. And the BAM, I want to create a handful of you're not going to go live now. You're not supposed to go live. You need to rest the voice. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, what your Imperial Majesty went, hey, folks, like you would anywhere else, do me a huge favor. Hit the like button or subscribe. If you would, please, I would appreciate it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck.
I like my graphics, although I am inspired. I am inspired by my creations to work on a new design for myself. Anyway, as I was saying, it will probably happen. All right, I'm gonna give David his new toy. Who would have thought? I am the reason all right. Real quick, I'm just going to upload this awesome new title. That's not really done yet. All right, David. Go look in the folder that you need to look. It's there. Along with the DFU comments one. Man, I got to go to the movies with Hans, apparently. He has taken us to see the new Jurassic Park movie, apparently. So, did you put butter on our popcorn? I don't know. We'll see, right? David will clue us in. David will clue us in. Ooh, what is this song? David, I think we should use this one. Dark Utopia. No, Hans is not in Indiana, but he took us to the movies because he went to see a movie and apparently is watching the stream in the theater. So it's like we're there with him. It's just like we're there with him. Dark Utopia. Remember that? I like that song for David Foster, Unapologetic. It's got kind of a good beat. Didn't you just hear it? I like it. I think it fits. Yeah. The one I used in the bar video. All right, hold on. What's the grid? Make sure I don't. Oh, okay. Daft Punk. Make sure I don't blast anybody's ears out. Let me find this track. All right, hold on just a second. Oops. Where's Cluffy? There he is. Yeah, one thing with the news director at the station I worked at always said was, I am really good at picking out music tracks. I gave you the whole zip file of this one, but I can put the other one in that folder too. You've got Envato also, David, right? I think you do, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Because I downloaded the license for it for use on the videos, but if you this one is not on Epidemic. This is on Envato. But if you since you have a subscription to, you might go download it just to get the license to cover your bases also. Just in case. I've never seemed to have a problem with Envato. What was it? It was Dark Utopia, wasn't it? Dark. There it is. Damn it. Now I've listened to it. Now I wish I would have saved it for myself. Alrighty. Though those cuts of music are now in there. All good to go. And it is 10 o'clock, which means I'm done. David Foster sounds like he wants to stream. Are you going to stream, David? Like now? It is 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10 o'clock Central. I had sushi this week. Well, alrighty, folks. My time is over. What the? No COVID test is worth that. Are you sure it wasn't because you gave somebody COVID? Good night, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe you had it. You just didn't. Well, I guess the test is probably only free if you end up getting it. Yes. All right. Yeah, we are leaving. I'm getting out of here, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Again, if you got anything out of this tonight and, found it entertaining in any way, and you want to support my channel, please consider buying me a sushi at buymeasushi.com. It's not required, but just a great way to support me. I really appreciate it. Or if you want one of these cool hats or a t-shirt or stickers or something, go to geekskulloutfitters.com and go to the Grim Skull collection. All kinds of neat stuff there. Also goes to help support my channel. But I want to thank each and every one of you for the biggest contribution you have given me, which is your time. Because your time is valuable, and that's the most valuable thing you have, and you spend it with me. I really appreciate that. So unlock AOC. Unlock AOC. Who's AOC? She's not in the template. Where's your hat? Where is your hat? Let's see. Yes, I will go in and check and do that here in just a second. All right. Yeah, I see the order. Let me, it's asking me something. So once I get out the stream, I will take care of that so we can get it on its way. It's in there. I see it. So Alberto, I'll get you taken care of. All right. So we need to go into Canva and unlock something for David. Let me do that real quick. Which one? The brand template? Okay. Okay, try now, David. Dave and I will continue our conversation in workplace. So everybody have a good night. Again, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Stay tuned for David. Apparently he's going to stream, and I'm sure it's going to be good. So peace.